In a small village, there was a young man named Ibrahim who was always seen in the mosque, performing acts of worship. He would pray diligently, fast regularly, and give charity whenever he could. The villagers admired his devotion to Allah. But one day, a wise elder noticed that Ibrahim seemed to be doing these good deeds with a sense of pride. The elder, concerned, approached Ibrahim and said, "My son, why do you do these acts of worship?" Ibrahim, unaware of his own intentions, replied, "To please Allah and to be seen as a good person in the eyes of others." The elder, with a gentle smile, said, "Remember, son, actions are judged by intentions. Allah knows what lies in your heart." Ibrahim was taken aback by the elder's words. He had always thought that doing good deeds was enough, but now he realized there was more. The elder continued, "If you act to please Allah alone, then your deeds will be truly blessed. If you seek the praise of others, you may lose the reward you seek." Ibrahim went home that day deep in thought, reflecting on the sincerity of his intentions in his worship. That night, as he prayed, he made a sincere dua, asking Allah to purify his heart and guide him towards pure intentions. The next day, Ibrahim returned to the mosque, but this time, his worship was different. He prayed with true humility, seeking only Allah's pleasure. As days passed, Ibrahim noticed a change within himself. He no longer cared about the opinions of others, but only sought to please Allah. The villagers began to notice his sincerity as well. His acts of worship became more beautiful, filled with peace and devotion. One day, Ibrahim asked the elder, "How can I know if my intentions are truly pure?" The elder smiled and replied, "You will know your intentions are pure when you no longer seek any reward except from Allah alone." From that moment on, Ibrahim continued his worship with sincerity, knowing that Allah looks at the hearts of his servants. He no longer sought praise from the people, but rather focused on earning the pleasure of his Creator. As he grew older, Ibrahim became a beacon of sincerity, teaching others the importance of making their worship for Allah alone. And so, Ibrahim learned that it wasn't the outward acts that mattered most, but the intention behind them. He realized that true reward in worship comes not from recognition, but from the sincerity of one's heart, seeking only Allah's pleasure.